these times probably aren't the easiest for us all to get together, but just remember why we're here, for one reason. Grandpa Ed, he has shaped many of our lives in such a way that makes us the type of people that we are today, which especially holds true for me. Growing up, living next door to an incredible man that has impacted the type of person that I am today. Whenever I was, or anybody else was for that matter, was in need of anything, he was always there. We all know what type of person he was. Let's look back and look at the aspects of his life and cherish the type of person he was. He was always caring. He was always there when someone needed him to go fishing, to go hunting, in my case, and to just be a friend in need. He was a great man in that aspect. He didn't really care what he was doing, but whatever you wanted to do, he was always there for you. He taught us all life lessons. That especially holds true for me because I was a kid growing up next to this wise old man who always taught me everything. He always had a way of making those life lessons stick and be part of who I am in such a way that I really didn't realize it at the time. But looking back now as an older guy, I can see that those things are the life lessons that I needed to learn at that time. He was very loving. He took the place of the grandpas that I didn't have. So when I say Grandpa Ed, he was Ed, my next door neighbor, but he took the place of my grandpa without question, without having any reservation to that aspect. It didn't matter that I wasn't his real grandson to him. He treated me just the same as though I was. I was his grandson in his eyes, and he was my grandpa in my eyes. He was that older man that always looked after me and then taught me what I needed to know. I can remember back on one time, well, several times, but we always went fishing together, and we would always go out in the backyard in the garden and dig up worms so we could go down to the local river and go fishing. Well, he was busy working on the lawnmower, getting things fixed up around the house, and I, being the kid that I was, always went over there and begged him to go with me. Well, this time he said no, and I was thrown off because he had never said no before. So I sat there and kind of thought to myself, well, I can just keep trying and see if I can get him to budge. Well, maybe after a half hour of being so consistent with my requests, he gave in, and we went in the backyard, dug up some worms, and went fishing. He was a very passionate person. He cared a lot about the things that he did. Every little thing that he took part in, he did full-heartedly. He did to the fullest of his ability. He was very passionate about education. He was very passionate about the type of students you were in school. He was also very passionate about work. He worked his whole entire life up until the point of pretty much until he passed. And that goes without saying for his life. He was very passionate about everything in his life, his wife, his kids, us being his kids, his grandkids. And he always was teaching you something in every situation that you were put in. As we draw his life to a close, we can reflect back on the great impact that Grandpa Ed had in our lives. He has contributed so much to us, and he is the reason that we are the type of people that we are. And we all really owe him so much for making us the amazing type of people that we are today. He will truly be missed.